Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Jamie Foxx has at long last tended to his hospitalization and got serious about the secretive ailment that left him battling for his life. I went through something that I figured I could never at any point go through after more than 90 days of steady hypothesis. Jamie chose to address every one of the reports that have been whirling around online since he was hospitalized back in April. Jamie uncovered he went through the ringer while at the clinic, and he likewise denied the new bits of gossip about being left deadened and blind anyway. Jamie expressed nothing about claims that the sought-after antibody set off his crisis, and he remained hush on the specific analysis. As you can envision, fans are excited to see Jamie at long last on video anyway. Some of them are as yet asking why Jamie would rather not uncover what occurred, and they're indeed conjecturing that somebody is controlling Jamie. So what did Jamie say regarding every one of the reports about his well-being, and does this mean he's at last free and clear? For what reason didn't believe you? Should see me with tubes running out of me and attempting to sort out if assuming that I plan to endure. Jamie Foxx just made his exceptionally expected return to online entertainment and post a video tending to his new hospitalization. Jamie affirmed that his ailment was significant to the point that he scarcely made do anyway. He would have rather not expressed out loud whatever his condition was. As every one of you know at this point, Jamie was hospitalized in Atlanta back in April in the wake of experiencing an unexpected health-related crisis, and was subsequently moved to a recovery office in Chicago. And throughout the course of recent months, there's been such a lot of hypotheses and disconnected reports about Jamie's well-being that fans essentially didn't have the foggiest idea who to accept. It got going with Jamie's little girl Corinne posting a message on Instagram that very day Jamie was hospitalized, guaranteeing that Jamie was at that point en route to recuperation. However, at that point, only weeks after the fact, a few sources detailed that Jamie's state had declined and that his family was planning for the most terrible anyway. Inside the space of days, the story went off in another unexpected direction when Corinne shared an update on her Instagram story, guaranteeing that Jamie had really been out of the medical clinic for quite a long time and was playing pickleball. Yet Corinne's proclamation raised him significantly more doubts, and fans asked why the family permitted the sensationalist newspapers to go crazy with misleading accounts for a really long time. And afterward, on May 15, TMZ uncovered that Jamie was for sure released from the Atlanta clinic he didn't return home and was rather moved to a particular restoration office in Chicago that spotlights on stroke recuperation. Yet following a couple of additional long stretches of hypothesis, VIP editorialist Ajay Benza approached with claims that Jamie was left deadened and blind. Subsequent to taking the desired immunization, Benza guaranteed that a source near the circumstance let him know Jamie was constrained into making the effort before he began shooting his film back in real life with Cameron Diaz. He had blood coagulation in his cerebrum after he had the chance. He didn't need the shot, but the film he was on, he was forced to get it. Benza likewise recommended that this may be the genuine reason behind Jamie's supposed implosion on the arrangement of back in real life. Is that why he exploded on the set 7 days before this health-related crisis happened? Is that why he terminated 3 or 4 individuals since he just had it? With these commands, I didn't know right away before Jamie was hospitalized. Various outlets detailed that Jamie had a complete implosion on the arrangement back in real life and called the police after he found that somebody was plotting to take $40,000 from him anyway. This story appeared to be exceptionally unusual in light of the fact that despite the fact that Jamie's displeasure is legitimate, it's still really odd that he would have a total implosion and make a gigantic scene in the film set over somebody attempting to take $40,000 from him. What's likewise weird is that police never affirmed they were engaged with any examination associated with the supposed trick, which drove fans to contemplate whether Ajay Benza was coming clean about Jamie having a complete implosion over being forced into making the desired effort. These hypotheses were additionally energized when Ice Solid Shape as of late uncovered that he also was compelled to take the antibody for a film job, and he turned down a $9 million check. In light of it, everything they need is for individuals to say to me, "I'm dumb." You realize, they believe individuals should let me know you turning down $9 million, you dumb, and I'll do anything for $9 million. How moronic could Q at any point be? And I couldn't care less about that Ice 3D shape. Additionally, I concurred with Joe Rogan, who expressed that since individuals can't sue antibody producers, they'll presumably begin recording claims against their bosses, who constrain them to make the effort under the danger of losing their positions to a large number. Yet again, fans began guessing that perhaps James was wanting to uncover individuals who forced him to make the effort anyway. James' rep then, at that point, gave an assertion saying the cases regarding the immunization are totally incorrect, yet the rep would not reveal some other data about Jamie's secretive health-related crisis. In the interim, on July 9, TMZ got a brief video taken by a fan showing James cruising on the Chicago waterway music. Anyway, since this video was so short and foggy, many fans stayed unconvinced that this recording was late, and they asked why James would rather not go live and stop all the hypotheses about his medical issue. Well, it seems to be James heard the fans' objections since on Friday, July 21 est, he posted a video on Instagram at last tending to his hospitalization and uncovering the explanation. He stayed quiet about his ailment. James got going by saying thanks to every individual who's been petitioning God for himself, and you could judge by the search in his eyes that he's actually handling what happened as a matter of some importance. I need to say thank you to everyone this supplicated man and sent me messages. I couldn't start to tell you how far it took me and how the way in which it brought me back. I went through something that I figured I could never at any point go through. And I realized that many individuals were holding up, or on the other hand, needing to hear refreshes. However, frankly with you, I simply didn't believe you should see me like that, man. Jamie then proceeded to say that the explanation there's been such a lot of mystery encompassing his hospitalization is on the grounds that he didn't believe his fans should see him in that state, on the off chance that I didn't maintain that you should see me with tubes running out of me and attempting to sort out, if on the off chance that I plan to endure. Jamie likewise denied a J. Benz's cases about being left deadened and visually impaired, and he even tended to the bits of gossip about T being cloned anyway. He referenced nothing about claims. It was the sought-after shot that set off his clinical crisis. Certain individuals said I was visually impaired, yet as you can see, the eyes are working fine and dandy. I said I was deadened. I'm not incapacitated. Jamie conceded he went to hell and back prior to consoling fans that he's free, clear, and solid enough to return to work. I went through the ringer and my street to recuperation had a few potholes too. Yet, I need a funny defect to it. They're most certainly glad to at last see Jamie talking anyway.